bringing about the awareness of the anxiety that you're holding can help you start to realize when your body is holding that anxiety. And it's a good practice to even go throughout your day, setting a reminder on your phone even, maybe every half hour. Just an alarm on the phone to stop and take 10 breaths, sort of like a shortened version of what we did today. Just taking 10 breaths of noticing the quality of the breath as it comes in and as it comes out. And that can help you start to pinpoint exactly where the stress and anxiety and tension is in your body, and you can relax that part of your body for that moment. Bringing about awareness will bring you more into your body so that you're able to tolerate the everyday random little stresses that we experience, which will in turn allow that to transfer over to any sort of pelvic pain that you might be experiencing, or any sort of other pain in your back or your knee or your shoulder, or just regulating your emotions much better will help reduce the amount of pain that you're experiencing and feeling. Being able to do this throughout your day makes it so that it's less of a difficulty to practice in the moment when having to have a gynecological exam or insert a tampon or have sex with your partner or use a sex toy with your partner. Being able to recall on the experiences and the practice that you've had, if you do it throughout the day or daily, then it will be less of a chore to do it in the moment. So it's sort of like being able to have a tool in your toolbox that you can pull out at any moment and then using it at that moment. But you can't really be able to do that if you don't know how to use that tool in that moment, if you don't practice every day with it.
It was very nice to have your voice reassurance. I'm in Vancouver, and just found having you walk us through that exercise is kind of a good way to be able to recall that experience for future times.
Excellent. Thank you. And that is definitely the benefit of doing a guided meditation. When you do it on your own, it's a little bit easier to get sort of distracted on what your intention is behind the meditation. So having somebody else's voice in to remind you, hey, remember we're trying to meditate, and that's okay that you got a little distracted, but come back to me, come back to my voice. So I'm really glad to hear that was something that you experienced. Somebody else said that also they would space out, and then even the voice, even hearing my voice wasn't enough to keep it present. And that's another thing that happens often to people who are practicing meditation, is it's very easy to simply space out, and that's completely natural. And being able to have a formal experience of somebody to bounce your ideas off of and say, hey, this is what I experienced, and for them to say, yeah, that's completely normal, that happens to me too, it makes it easier to not judge those thoughts so much anymore, or to lessen the amount of judgment that's on the intruding thoughts. Because oftentimes people being very task-oriented want to create to-do lists, and it's very easy when you have a moment to stop and think about the to-do list, it's very easy for those to-do lists to pop up that you don't even hear or notice the surroundings. So being able to know that that's something that other people do as well helps make it easier to enjoy the practice. And I mean that's sort of what everything's about is do something when it's enjoyable, and then that will increase the benefit of life in general. Somebody here from Nebraska says that he teaches stress management, and this is the first application of it related to sex and sexuality. And a lot of the stress management and pain management ideas and research has been used to work on sexual pain issues. And so a lot of the pain management that has been done, although hasn't been specifically tailored to sexual pain as frequently or as much as what has been done for back pain or chronic pain, it's now becoming a lot more commonly used in psychotherapeutic practices or pelvic floor practices in how to address sexual pain as well. And the same thing, again, goes for stress management, that reducing the stress a woman feels is going, and men as well who are having sexual functioning issues, being able to reduce stress management, sexual function is going to go way up as when stress goes down and when anxiety goes down. Thank you for that comment. I hope that it starts to become a lot more common.